If you want all the latest news of NBA 2K and also NBA in general, you should follow me on my Twitter account at PackHoopsYT. Not only that, I do giveaways all the time when it comes to VC, games, and also even consoles. So check it out, follow me, and see you there. ¿Qué pasa to the pack? It is Pack here.
AKA your mama's best friend, your daddy's worst nightmare.
The NBA Finals is right now, right? I've been making roster update videos all throughout the year, and as you already know, NBA 2K stops updating player ratings once the playoffs starts. And I've always hated that because players start performing in the playoffs way better than the regular season, and I want them to change. So this is basically a prediction video how NBA 2K23's ratings are going to look like at the start of the year. So we're currently in the NBA Finals. There are two teams, the Boston Celtics and the Golden State Warriors, and we're basically going to cover which players need upgrades and downgrades based off of their performances in the finals so far. That's what I'm covering in today's video. If you like this kind of content when it comes to ratings, players, and news, please join the pack and subscribe. Helps the channel out a lot. Let's get the video started. I think I'm going to start off with the Boston Celtics since they are down. And in my personal opinion, as I stated in the beginning of the playoffs, I was saying Warriors in 6 against the Celtics in the finals. I'm going to stick with that. So I'm assuming they're going to lose in Boston tomorrow, right? So I'm going off of what I've seen so far. This is basically only off the performance of the finals, not anything before that. And we'll start with Jason Tatum. To me personally, Jason Tatum was too low in the first place. I think he should have been a 91 overall. Most players that lead a team to a finals are always minimum like a 92. It's very rare to see anybody lower than that. But I think Tatum should be a 91. I don't think he's been playing as well as he should be. Now, his field goal percentage is a 37%, which is very, very low. However, his three-point field goal percentage is 48. So, even though he's shooting poorly around the basket and middies and fadeaways, his three-point shots, which he's shooting a lot of, like most of his shots are threes, he's making them. So, it is kind of wishy-washy with him. I think the biggest thing is that when it comes to the finals and winning a championship, you're going to have to hit these tough shots. And honestly, Tatum right now is missing the tough shots because I think it's kind of the same thing with the Warriors, right? You have to pick your poison. If you're going to stop Curry, Clay's going to go off. If you're going to stop Tatum, Brown is going to go off, which is why we'll talk about Brown getting a big upgrade in a second. But Tatum is, I think, doing okay. I think he's playing around his rating. I think he should be a little higher at like a 91. And if they want to win this championship, I think Tatum's going to have to start hitting these shots that are difficult to hit. So he's doing okay. I think he definitely could be doing better. But Jaylen Brown absolutely needs to go up. This has been a debate for the past couple years of, is Jason Tatum a lot better than Jaylen Brown or barely better than Jaylen Brown? And throughout the regular season, it seemed like it was close. Then kind of at the second half of the year, Tatum does his run that he always does, and it looked like it was Tatum was the better player. And I still think Tatum is the better player. He's the best player on the Celtics. But Jaylen Brown is damn good. And in this finals, we're seeing that. He's been more efficient than Jason Tatum. He is hitting just the same amount of shots, like the same amount of points as Jason Tatum. So he's been fantastic. He's not getting the assists and rebounds that Tatum is, but he's been so good. He's been so aggressive, hit shots that he has no business hitting, a lot of N1s, which are crazy. He's playing aggressive and attacking, and he's doing his best. I don't think that the Celtics are losing this finals right now because of Jaylen Brown. I think he's an 89 overall. When you're performing this well, when you're as close as Jason Tatum, I think Brown does go up that much to an 89 overall. I know it's a lot, but they made this finals for a reason. Jaylen Brown's a big reason for that. But the biggest upgrade to me is Marcus Smart. Marcus Smart, to me, is the third best player on this Celtics squad. When we look back at this NBA Finals team, I think we will remember Marcus Smart as the third best player. I think we're going to have him with that rating in like future 2Ks when we do like an all-time team back with the Celtics team. Smart will be the third best player on this team. He is the defensive player of the year. So already being a 79 overall is ridiculously low. Second thing, he's averaging 16 points per game very efficiently. His three-point field goal percentage is insanity. He's getting a lot of steals. He's playing the game that a defensive player of the year should always play. But on top of that, he's been an elite scorer in this final so far. He's another person that I would not say is the reason the Celtics are not going to win this championship. So, yeah, I think he should be around an 83 overall. Easy, by the way. It could be even more. I mean, if we really hold defense that high, he could be up to like an 85 overall. But I think 83 is a good rating for him. That's what I feel about this Celtics squad. But the Warriors squad is one that's a little more interesting. A lot of changes, I think, need to be talked about for the Warriors. Quickly, I'm going to say that the Curry, No change. I think 96 overall is perfect. I think he's Finals MVP easily. I know people are saying Wiggins has a chance, but if you look at the stats of how Curry's been playing, no one's even close. So, no. I know the defense that other people are bringing in is very valuable, and I know Curry just had a terrible Game 5, but they still won it. I don't think Curry's going to have another bad Game 6, and I think he's going to go crazy, and they're going to win it in Boston, and he's going to be Finals MVP. And he's going to be remembered as one of the all-time greats off that championship. But there is someone that needs to be going up, and that is Andrew Wiggins. Andrew Wiggins needs to go up +2. He has been, I think, firmly the second best player, not only in this finals, but in this playoffs. He's averaging 18 points per game. He's been very efficient. He's been the best defender on the team. Right? Yeah, I think he's making Tatum shoot some tough shots. So he's been fantastic. I'm very happy for him. I think there's a lot of slander of Andrew Wiggins of how he was why. I remember he was averaging 20 in Minnesota, and people were saying like, oh, he doesn't want to win or he doesn't want to play like in the NBA. And here he is dominating in the finals and being a big reason why they're about to win it. So I think, and he's also the leading rebounder on the team, which is insane. If it wasn't for his rebounds, because they're an undersized team when they're not playing Kevon Looney, he's getting the boards. So because he's getting those boards, he is essential for this team. He's been so good. So I think he's the second best player on the team by far. You know what I'm going to say? I'm going to say Draymond -1. I know that might have upset a couple of you, and I know that Draymond Green's stats don't tell the whole story. But even what he does do well, which is defense and just making the game easier for everyone around him, I think he's still struggling because he's getting into foul trouble every single game. So I think Draymond's actually struggling really hard this finals. I think he does need to go down. I don't think he should be as high as 80, as tied as the second best player. I don't think he should be. But Jordan Poole, I think, needs to be tied with Draymond Green. So I would say both of them need to be an 82 overall. Even though I think Poole hasn't been doing amazing in this finals, it's his first finals ever at 22 years old, to be fair to the guy. He's actually playing pretty decently well. He's hitting his open shots. And I think based off of his performance throughout the playoffs, I think he still should have gone up in the first place. So 82 overall for Poole. And then the last one, easily, is Kevon Looney. I'm going to give you some crazy stats to end this video off. Kevon Looney needs to go at least +2 to me, to a 79 overall. He's only playing 21 minutes a game, okay? He's averaging 6 points, 8 rebounds, 3 assists, 1 steal, and a block on 70% from the field in just 20 minutes a game. That's nuts. Without his play coming in off the bench, they would not be succeeding. So he's been a major reason as to why they're about to win a championship again. And I say he's more important to this team than Otto Porter, Wiseman, Gary Payton, arguably, Kuminga, definitely. So I think he should be around the 79, maybe even an 80 overall, because he's been that good. Okay, so that is my opinion on everybody. I think the Warriors are going to call this one. I think they're going to take it, but let me know what you think in the comments below about these ratings. And if you like this channel, please give it a sub. I'll see you guys next time.